I'm just starting vlog. I really need to run now. Bye bye. Hello ballers, welcome back to our amazing vlog. Here we are today with Petra and Anastasia. So today's training we're gonna be doing mobility exercises. That's why we have the best flip-flops, Adidas flip-flops made in Balkan. And come with me boys and girls, of course. Come with me. We are entering the best fitness in Samobor in Croatia. So first we're taking our pre-workout. 1 scoop, as Petra recommended to us. Let's go. So 1 scoop, boys and girls. Hop. We can close this one. Alrighty, right. Not the best taste, but we are ready. We can put our flip-flops aside. And I'm going to start warming up. So first things first, let's get our heart rate up. And after that, we're going to do some mobility exercises. But I'm not that tall, so I need to adjust this seat. Alrighty, right. I'm actually 6'5", but somebody was 6'7". I'm joking, I'm not 6'5". Alrighty, right. Let's start this thing up. Okay, let's start, boys and girls. Alrighty, right, we're done. So let's start with the mobility exercises. I'm just gonna put the best flip-flops on. And let's go, come with me. Petra was painting this one actually. Take a look, it's really cool. All right, we are now on the first floor of this fitness center, and we will be doing the most of our workout today, boys and girls. So I'm gonna start off with the mobility exercises, leaving my flip-flops aside, and I'm just gonna sit down and pretend I'm going to work out. All right, right. So the first things first, we're gonna start with our spine. And let's go, simple as that. And I'm gonna do a cow-cat exercise just to get our spine prepared for the rest of the mobility exercises. This is the type of workout that you actually should do after you had a match. Yesterday I had a match, so I'm doing a light workout just to make sure that I don't miss a day without working out. But it's gonna be an easy workout, so I don't put extra pressure on my body because my body needs recovery at this particular moment. So next thing I'm gonna do, lay down, leg up, one side, all right to right, and leg up, another side. Woo. I'm just gonna hold a couple of seconds in this position. Okay, switching the positions. Alrighty, right. So my next one is gonna be again for my spine, my back. The starting position is gonna be this one. I'm gonna be using my elbow to touch the ground and open up. After 10 repetitions, I'm gonna switch. Alrighty, right, let's go. Good job. All right, I'm gonna put full focus now on my full body. So I'm just going to do some yoga exercises. Well done. All right. I'm moving over to my hamstrings. and iliopsoas. So that's actually the only muscle connecting upper body and the lower body. And that muscle is beneath our ab core, so you cannot actually physically touch it. Yeah, and that's a cool and fun fact. So right now I'm pushing my hips forward, so I stretch this particular area, and also my hamstring. When I go to my leg extension, I'm putting force on my hamstring, and this is how I'm gonna stretch my hamstring. Now I'm gonna move it to a side. And I'm switching my legs. Every time I stretch my hamstring, I move my body forward so I can put additional load on that hamstring. So in this moment when I'm pushing my hips forward, my body, upper body is leaning back so I can feel additional stretching over here. When I'm moving forward, I feel additional stretching here in my hamstring. I see a lot of players doing a mistake where they have put too much pressure on their training. It doesn't particularly mean that if you train more that you're going to become better. What actually matters is how you train and what days of the week you train specifically what. So for today is Sunday. Yesterday I had a match. I'm taking a training session as well, but I'm not loading myself with too much pressure on my body. I'm not lifting any weights, I'm not running, I'm just doing stretching and mobility exercises so I can recover as quick as possible, and that way I'm prepared for the next week and what's coming up. My next one, I'm starting off with my glutes. So the starting position is gonna be this one, and I'm just transitioning over here. Now this position is actually stretching over here, my glutes, and I'm gonna come back up and repeat again. And to feel additional stretching, you can push this leg straight behind. And now it's getting more difficult, but I'm super stiff at the moment. After a couple of repetitions, I'm just gonna switch my legs. All right. As I'm already in this position, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna stretch my quads. I'm gonna do that. Opposite arm catches the opposite leg. This leg stays as it is, pushing my hips forward, and you guys should feel extra stretching right now in your quad. I'm just gonna hold. What you can additionally apply, if you're really good at these types of exercises, you can additionally stretch your hamstring of the opposite leg as well. This position might not be the easiest for you guys if you're just starting out, but in case you're already familiar with this type of exercises, this can be quite a good exercise to include both left and right foot at the same time, stretching two different muscle groups. So switching over, starting off with my quad of the opposite leg. I'm just gonna hold this position for a couple of seconds, and then I'm gonna include my hamstring of the opposite leg as well in the same exercise. All right, including my hamstring. All right, I can stand up. I'm gonna just shake my legs a little bit, walk it off. And guys, if you're already here watching this video for so long, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click that like and subscribe button and see you in the next video. But we are continuing with our workout. So the next thing that we're gonna be doing is our hip mobility. So the next exercise, we're just gonna be standing up here. This is going to be the starting position, and I have 10 rotations while I keep my balance on one single foot. What's important in this exercise is that your core is stable, lower back is stable, that your hamstring and your glutes are both flexed, because hamstring and the glute, as well as the core, is keeping your balance. So after 10 repetitions, I'm just gonna do the opposite way around. And after that, I'm just gonna shake a little bit and switching over to the opposite leg. And the opposite direction now. All right, well done. Good job. Now I feel a little bit of tension over here because we've done a lot of repetitions, so I'm just gonna walk it off. And switching over to my knee stability, new exercise. I like to call this exercise a compass. The reason why is because I'm gonna touch the north, touch the east, I'm going south, and I'm going west. So 3 circles on both of my legs. This exercise is helping a lot with the knee stability to prevent injuries. All right to right. After 3 circles, switching over to my right foot. Good job. All right. So there are 2 muscle groups that we still haven't activated, our calves and the inside. So the next exercise is going to be, starting position is going to be this one. I'm going to step aside, come back up, step aside, come back up. Switching over. All righty, right. Last one, our calves. For that, I'm gonna be using stepper. The reason why I'm using stepper is that I can go even deeper than just using regular ground. So as you can see here, now I'm going even, I would say, minus in degrees with the stretching of my ankles as well as my calves. So next one, I'm just gonna be standing up and stretching my calves at the same time. I'm not gonna be doing a lot of reps. I'm just gonna make sure that we activate every muscle group that we have in our body. And after 8 reps, switching over to my other leg. And both feet, I'm just gonna stretch. And good job, well done. We are moving to the upper body. So what we're gonna be activating right now is our abs and our lower back. How are we gonna do that? I'm just gonna be using the exercise called dead bug. So the next position is gonna be on the ground. All right, starting position, our hands are up, our knees are up. So the opposite leg and the opposite arm, they go down. hop. What's important is that there is no gap between your lower back and the ground. So you gotta have your core fixed. So there is no any gap between your lower back and the ground itself. So if we do the exercise, it should look something like this. Slow and steady. I'm focused on the breathing. All right. Good job. So, the next thing, we're gonna activate our hamstrings. I'm gonna be using this big ball, and how I'm gonna activate my hamstring as well as my glutes. So, this is the exercise. Good job, well done. Last thing, our quads. So I'm gonna put my hands over here and I'm gonna start leaning backwards. I got hit here, so I have a little bit of pain, but no excuses. All right, now upper and lower back. I'm gonna be using this stick for this one. All right, on the ground. So, first things first, starting position is this one. Hop, I come up, bring the stick to my chest, go back down. Come up, bring the stick to my chest, come down again. So the reason why we use stick is to activate our shoulders and our upper back. The reason why we go up is to activate our lower back. So let's do 12 reps. And there's one important tip, guys, in this particular exercise. So you gotta pretend like this stick is super heavy, that you're pulling something really difficult. That way you can contract your muscles even more. Don't use this stick as it is in a sense of weight. Try to pretend like this stick has 600 kilos. That way you can activate your upper muscles even more. All right, good. Seems like we're done with this one as well. As you can see here, I don't do a lot of sets, I don't do a lot of reps either. I'm just making sure that every muscle in my body is activated, that it does at least 10 to 12 reps, but it really doesn't take more than that. So, boys and girls, we are starting off with stretching. First things first, our back. So the way I'm gonna stretch my back, moving over to one side, I hold my hand with another hand, and I push my hips of the opposite side over there in that particular direction. So the muscle that I'm stretching right now is this latissimus. After that, switching to another side. And straight. Now I want to push my shoulders to the ground. As I'm already in this position, switching over to my abs, to one side, and another. Okay, next one, I'm sitting, and my arms. All right, next one, starting all over with our legs, glutes. So putting my leg here, and trying to push my chest as close as I can to my leg. Switching. All right, next one. This one is for the hamstrings and our back. So here I feel a lot of stretching. I'm quite stiff on this side. All right, our quads. I want to lean backwards. That way I feel even more tension in my quads. So the more I lean backwards, the more tension I feel. Switching over. Oh. Alrighty, right. Next one. To one side and to the other. So if I put my leg closer, I'm putting tension on my hamstrings. If I put my legs wider, I'm stretching inside of my quads over here, these particular areas. So moving over to my hamstrings. And we are done with the mobility session and activation. So that would be it for today's training session, guys. If you guys liked it, I would really appreciate if you leave a comment to see more of these types of videos. We will be doing a lot of fitness, agility, coordination, football techniques. So there will be a bunch of video exercises that you guys will be able to find on this YouTube channel. But every support that you guys bring to us, it's helping us a lot and moving us forward. So guys, really appreciate you being here with us the whole video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.